Hello everyone, welcome to the first episode of Monster Train. This is a game that came out just today as I'm playing this, presumably like yesterday as you're watching. It is like a deck builder kind of thing. It is very strongly influenced by Slay the Spire, which is a thing that you can say about a lot of games these days. That was a smash hit and people are trying to emulate it. Smash hit as far as indie games go anyway. It's not like Call of Duty, right? But it got a lot of players. And a lot of the games that have been inspired by it, I have not been that impressed by. But I've seen some of this game, and I played the demo for a few hours. Got a couple wins. I think it's pretty good. I so far think Slay the Spire is still better, but this game, it doesn't like make big gratuitous changes for no reason. It does what it does pretty well. It has a plan. So anyway, I enjoy it for now. Who knows exactly how much long-lasting appeal it will have. Welcome to Hell. Your train is carrying precious cargo, the last remaining shard of the pyre needed to relight the fires in the depths of hell. So we're playing as the bad guys here, sort of. Invaders from heaven, the winged, will do anything to prevent you from completing your journey. You must make wise decisions and build up your band of monsters to have any hope of success. Good luck, Hellborn. Speaking of winged, I never really know whether to say winged or winged. Like, those are both correct ways to pronounce this, and I think winged is more popular these days, but winged was like, I don't know, poets choose whichever one fits the meter, right? I don't know, winged just seems more cool to me. Anyway, so I've played, as I said, a few runs of this in the demo, but none of that transfers over to the first save, so probably we're going to have to do the tutorial here, which is fine. Yeah, we must be, because it didn't let me choose, like, any of the stuff you normally get to choose at the beginning of a run. It just sets you off with the default options to not overwhelm you. Okay, so we'll go through it, like, sort of quickly, but, you guys maybe don't know anything about the game. Some of you have maybe seen it on YouTube elsewhere, whatever, or played it yourself. But I'm sure there are many people out there who don't know anything about the game, and so going through the tutorial will be useful. Anyway, so there's like a series of floors, and on each floor you get a fight, and then you get a chunk of rewards, and you go on to the next fight, basically. There are many fewer fights and floors than in Slay the Spire. You go through like, I don't know, 9 floors or something over the course of the game. The fights tend to be longer and a bit more complicated. Anyway, let's get started. So these guys we are fighting on this floor happen to be Heaven's Priests. They attempt to restore the life of their companions. You can sort of see the 3 different kinds of enemies that will appear on this fight. There's like, the big old boss here has 50 health and 4 attack. And then there's like 2 different kinds of helpers. One with 2 attack and 25 health, and one with no attack and 1 health who heals allies. And so this... It's kind of got a lane system where you're not just so up at the top this is basically your health bar. Enemies enter the train on the bottom and move their way up to the top. If they get to the engine room where your pyre is, you take some damage. Right? This is your actual health meter that matters in between fights. If this goes to 0, you die. If it doesn't, you don't die. Enemies board the train multiple times throughout the course of a combat, and they start on the bottom floor and move up. We have a deck of cards that include units we can play and also other effects we can create. We also have 1 special unit in the deck. This is our champion. He always costs 0 to play, so we'll go ahead and put it down here. And yeah, so there's like a maximum amount of space you have, capacity, on each floor. It starts by default at 5. And yeah, I turned on the combat previews, whatever. So you can put units on any floor you like. And of course this is like our mana cost up here, energy if you're used to Slay the Spire. These guys call it Ember, who cares? And the way combat works is the enemies take their turns 1 at a time, and then you take your turns 1 at a time. Both of you start from like closest to the middle. So this guy's gonna attack. This guy would attack, but it doesn't attack ever. And then we're gonna attack. So this unit has multi-strike. No, my champion has multi-strike, which means it attacks twice. So you can see the combat indicators here are saying, like, okay, we're going to take 2 damage. This guy will take 7. Normally it would be 12, but you're getting healed by 5. So anyway, I'm going to put a unit in the middle here, which is kind of blocking for my champion, right? Now this unit's going to hit this guy instead. My champion, who has very low health but great damage, will not be hurt. Now I have some of these torches, deals 2 damage. Let's take out the healer, so that's kind of effectively doing 5 damage to this unit. And then a bit more. We can't play this last card, but whatever. And so we didn't succeed in killing this unit, so it goes up to the next floor. And more units are boarding the train. And this is kind of the flow of combat. Units, once you play them, are gone from your deck for the rest of combat, but other cards are not. So what we're going to do is put another train steward up here to get some more damage in on this guy, throw a torch in there. So now we're going to do enough damage to kill it, and you can see that reflected in this X. And a torch here, and we're all set. And, yeah, so on the last turn before the boss arrives, you get a break where no enemies enter the train. So we'll take advantage of that to put down a couple heals, I guess. Here. Well, it's sort of unclear. We could play another heal, or we could play an entire train steward, and that sort of seems better. We'll have a chance to heal next turn if we want, but like we won't draw the train steward anytime soon, so I think actually the heal probably would have been better, but it's not a big deal. It's pretty hard to have issues with the first tutorial fight. Yeah, so bosses, which are the last enemies that arrive in a fight, have this ability called Relentless, where instead of just combat happening once and then the guy goes upstairs, combat happens over and over until either every ally in the train is defeated or until the boss is defeated. So we're gonna almost kill him here, and so it really doesn't matter what we do, but I'm just sort of thinking for like, is there a way we could increase damage done on this floor? One way would be to heal this guy, and I think that's actually lethal. Yeah. Because now, these heals restore 2 health, and they add 1 stack of regen, which acts exactly the way it does in Slay the Spire. If you have 1 regen, you regen 1 health, and then it goes down by 1. If you have like 5 regen, you regen 5 health, and then it goes down by 1. So he's going to hit us for 4, and then we'll heal 1 and be at 5. Then he'll hit us for 4, we don't have any regen anymore, we'll be at 1, but we don't die. And then the champion will finish this guy off. I actually think it might be better to... Like, it doesn't matter. Whatever. We'll just end the turn. I was just trying to work out what's the way we could maximize our damage. Is it a couple torches, or does healing this guy twice more actually make a difference? And I think it would have, but whatever. We can. Alright, so at the end of every fight, you get some stuff. This score really doesn't matter at all, unless you care about high score. And you get some coins, and we get card packs. And they're talking about clans here, which they haven't told us about yet in tutorial, but we kind of have, like, at the moment we're playing as red-green, and so we get like a red card and a green card. I'm glad. So I haven't played this since the demo. I'm glad they changed this. It was a pretty awful card. It was like 1 energy armor 4, and now 0 energy armor 5, which actually seems like it could be playable in some decks. So ascend a unit moves a unit up a floor, and that actually seems pretty. It's something that is a surprisingly powerful mechanic for reasons we'll probably discover soon. And I think like any of these are not totally insane. This Wildwood Sap applies a bunch of regen, which since we don't have any units with a bunch of health yet, that's kind of bad. But green units often have a lot of health, so this could be useful. And also they like being healed, so this kind of applies many heals, which could be nice. This used to cost 0, didn't it? Yeah, it did, I think. But since we have a guy with multi-strike, this is a pretty reasonable choice. I think, because the damage will be effectively doubled. We could take Glimmer, but we already have a fair bit of, you know, removal of small units with torches, so it's sort of like a little wasted. It gets less value. Alright, so after every fight, you get like a choice. Which set of rewards do you want? So we could get some gold and upgrade our spells, or we could get a green unit and upgrade our units. I like upgrading units. I also don't yet have any spells that would be good to upgrade. So this is our deck. We start with like the red starter pack, which is a bunch of torches, plus the green starter pack, which is a bunch of restores, and the kind of neutral, you get some trained stewards, and you start with your champion. So let's look at what's available at the shop here, and that will help us guide our decision about which unit to take at the unit banner. So we have 10 damage. Wow. They really buffed this. It was like 6 before, and I think it cost more than this. Anyway, 25 health, or this is like capacity, right? So a unit gets much stronger, but takes up 1 more space in a room. Okay, so those are the things we have for sale. Which of these units should we take? We can take this thing, which is kind of, you know, it's a pretty small unit, but it attacks 3 times, and so any buffs you put on it are multiplied. But it has very low health, so you need to protect it. Or we can take this big old chonky tank, who has sweep, attacks all units, and very low attack. I think I'll take the tank because our red, you know, technically we're not red and green, we're Hellhorned and Awoken, but I don't know, red seems simpler. Red units tend to have a lot of attack, and green units tend to have a lot of health. So I figure we'll probably get plenty of units that need defending, and we already have one, whereas like we don't yet have anything to protect big attacking units. So, so I grabbed the tank. I think that upgrading this guy's like to an 18 sweep is pretty good, and he'll have 70 health, which is disgusting. It makes him bigger, but we have 5 capacity, so a 3 plus a 2 is a pretty good, like, whatever. And that was like all our money. Alright, cool, so let's go. And now we go to the next fight. Barbed Disciples. They make direct attacks more painful. Cool. So when you attack them, you take damage. I think they do that mostly with, yeah, they have a unit here who applies spikes to all other units. So if you can torch that, the spikes don't really matter. Which is good, because our champion attacks twice, and has very low health. So spikes are going to be a real issue for us if we can't, I don't know, I just did that, like, as a matter of good principle, spend my energy, apply some regen. Although it didn't matter, it's just kind of like a good thing, a good habit to have. Yeah, so let's torch this guy, and we could put out a steward, but I think it's better to give our champion some multi-strike buff damage. Yeah, so these early tutorial battles are really easy. Oh my goodness. Why is this guy still at full health? Oh, because I torched everyone who was attacking every turn, right. Yeah, this guy's dead, so we'll just pass. I'm pushing the button to make combat go faster, but it wouldn't do it. Okay, now it's enabled, so it actually works. I don't know. I know I bounded to right-click, but when I was right-clicking, this button was, like, flashing, but nothing was happening. Combat was still slow, so I don't know what's up with that. Alright, we get a red card, another Ascend. It's pretty good, honestly. You can use Ascend to get around the maximum capacity for a floor, because if you ascend into a floor, it, like, doesn't pay attention to max capacity there. So you can kind of like get the second floor to be pretty loaded by putting some guys there and gradually ascending stuff from the first floor. And it's useful to concentrate your forces in general. These imps would be cool because they just take up 1 capacity, but we've kind of got, like, our big tank takes up 3 and all our attackers take up 2, so there's not really going to be anywhere to put the imps. I'll just take more hidden passages, more ascends. 4 attack and spikes 4. I don't know, none of this is really doing anything for me, to be honest. I'll take a Glimmer just because it's so much better than Torch. I don't know. This is the kind of thing that I could imagine wanting to remove by the end of the game, but what can you do? So we could upgrade our spells and gain some health, or we could get a unit and an artifact, and in either case we get this Concealed Caverns. I don't really want to upgrade my spells, and also I'm broke, but artifacts are great. So, apply Rooted to enemy units when they enter the floor below the pyre floor, so you get like 1 extra turn, right? Or Rage does not decay on friendly units. This could be disgusting, so I'll take it. We haven't seen any Rage yet, but it's it's an effect that exists. Oh wow, they buffed this guy. He used to be a 30-30, now he's a 50-50. Costs 4 Ember, so we can't currently summon him, but if we could like upgrade him to cost less, or if we could gain maximum Ember, that would be a thing. However, I'm happy to just take another kind of like tanky dude. He gets extra armor every turn. So if you kind of put him near the top to be buffing up, by the time enemies get there, he can be a pretty strong tank for whatever is behind him. So now we've got like an event, basically. And we have the option to take any one of 3 different kind of curse-like cards. So we can take 3 copies of this card that once you play it, it's gone from your deck forever, not just for the combat. But we also get an artifact that says when you play such a card, it does 100 damage to the front unit. So it's kind of like a dead draw unless you want to do 100 damage, which like you do, but it costs 3, so you can't do anything else. Or we could take this thing, which is like, they're basically curses. You can't ever play them. But friendly units get +1 attack, so it's basically like you get 3 dead cards, and in exchange, friendly units get +3 attack. That's a pretty good deal because we have a multi-strike champion. I think I'll probably take that. Or we could take this thing where like you get cards that damage your pyre if you don't play them, but heal your pyre if you do. So I think I'll take this deadweight. I kind of like, I don't know. I feel like the Hellhorned are all about getting attack buffs because of your multi-strike champion, and I don't know. That's kind of the main thing. I think there's some multi-strike units out there as well. They're like upgrades to units to make them multi-strike, but those apply whether you're a Hellhorned or something else. So this is our first actual boss, I think, right? Yeah, we get to fight Daedalus. So there's going to be more rounds, and we get better rewards at the end. But he's pretty easy, generally. And he gets... Oh, right. Bosses get this, like, effect, this bonus effect that they apply. So he makes bombs every turn, and in this combat, the bonus effect chosen for Daedalus was that his bombs have, they have buffer, right? The first time they take damage, they don't take damage. And its effect is at the beginning of its turn, it blows up. Sure. I'm gonna sweep here. Yeah, I mean, I don't really see any reason to deviate from our typical plan. And we'll take this guy out so that I don't take as much damage. Right, we're already killing everything. And I'll put, maybe don't put him up there. We'll get blown up for 10. I'll just put him here. And he has this resolve effect where he gains armor every turn. So enemies that make it past the first floor, you know, I now have a place to put a powerful unit behind this. Now, I don't have any powerful units to put behind him, which is sort of a problem. I could ascend my champion up here, but... Oh, I could just ascend both of them? No, I only have one ascend right now. So, yeah, that seems pretty reasonable, actually. Let's put a train steward here. We want this guy leading the charge. And I'm just going to ascend my champion. And then later, I'll ascend this guy. Oh, but then he'll be in the back. Which is not really what I want. Ideally, I would ascend this guy first and then my champion. Maybe that's a bit too much to hope for. I think anything will be kind of fine. I can leave this guy down here. Yeah. I don't know. We'll buff the champion and just leave him here, I guess. Right now he's managing to attack the boss. Oh, right. The boss in these boss fights like moves around between floors, and he doesn't do his normal attack until we get to the end of the fight. But you can still attack him if you've cleared all the enemies in the meantime. I think I won't ascend anything. We'll just play this pretty simple. If I get a chance to make 2 ascends, fine, I'll go for it. If not, whatever. Probably makes sense to blow this up. And then heal our big old tank dude. As you can see, he has a lot of health, like 154 remaining. It's nice to whittle him down over the course of the combat, but you don't have to. We're strong enough that when we get to the end of the fight, we'll just kill him, I'm pretty sure. So this guy has a trigger. When we cast a spell, he gains health. Doesn't really matter because he's dying anyway, so... Oh, and he gains attack. Still, though, playing some... Oh. This poor train steward is dead. Oh well. Playing some restores here more than compensates for the damage this guy's getting in. Okay, so yeah, we cleared that guy. Not really drawing our ascends together, which is not a surprise. It's a biggish deck and we only have 2 of them. We'll Glimmer here to clear out the riffraff, a torch, and another torch means that actually our champion doesn't have to attack this guy because the sweep will kill it, and then the champion gets 2 shots at the big guy. Okay, final wave. So now the boss himself is attacking. But as you can see, he's dead, so we'll just pass. And our second floor insurance policy didn't really need to be used. Okay, so I'm right-clicking. Ah, I see. You have to hold right-click to go faster. That explains why this was weird. So we got some coins. We get a rare pack. We get a unit, and we get a major upgrade. Oh, interesting. They moved the major upgrades to the end, so you can pick them after you see your units. That's nice. Of these, Wildwood Tome could be good. Quick means you get to attack before the enemies instead of after. Our champion, hopefully, will be doing a large amount of damage and have a tiny amount of health, and so being quick might help. He'll be behind a tank, so it doesn't really matter for his health, but, like, he can kill the unit before it damages the tank, right, and thereby live longer. On the other hand, it would make him very weak to spikes if, like, he just rushed out there and killed himself on the spikes. I don't know. Whereas Channel Song is pretty good. It's a big buff to some unit. So it's kind of like, it's not a unit card, but it gives you a very strong unit. And it can apply to, like, what am I saying? It can apply to something with, like, multi-strike, for example. Like, if we hit this with Channel Song, it's disgusting, right? Because it attacks 3 times per turn, so plus 20 attack is like plus 60 attack. Or we could try and get another big tank. This guy, you know, starts with only 15 health, but you can heal him up to 65. And every time you heal him, he gains, you know, spikes. But we already have a pretty good tank who's pretty big, and we have another tank, and then it's the form of our, what's he called? Steelworker. So this is useful as like a payload unit to put behind a Steelworker. And now we get to pick an upgrade. This is kind of like your boss relic, and it's always these three as far as I've ever seen. So +1 energy, or +1 draw, or +1 unit space. So far energy has not really been a big concern, and we also have a bunch of like junk in the deck. Draw could be a thing, but most of my cards suck anyway. So I'll just take +1 capacity on each floor. Try to get like more stacked floors to put stuff on. Okay, so we could take coins and duplicate a card. None of my cards are really that exciting. I guess duplicating this would be pretty gross. Another 1870. And that gives me more good units for Channel Song to hit. Okay, so that's a possibility. Either way, we upgrade our champion. And on the right, we could upgrade units, get a unit, and remove 2 cards. Oh yeah, and we get to restore some health, which doesn't matter over here. The coins are not that amazing. Duplicating a card, I guess, you know, duplicating this upgraded Husk Hermit is pretty good, especially since I took the capacity upgrade. And I don't have enough money to really buy any amazing upgrades. Well, you could buy like 1. Remove some of these heals, which don't do anything. Yeah, I should probably go over here. Duplicating the Husk Hermit is cool, but there are other things to do in life. So what do we have for sale here? Ooh. So I was kind of hoping for something with plus attack. But quick could be a good thing to put on it anyway, and then hope to upgrade it with attack. We could reroll, but I don't know. I think I'll just, I just wanted to look at that before I pick units. Yeah, we don't really need any of these. I'll just take the 10 gold. I'll remove a couple of restores. Just don't altogether do all that much. Actually, let's remove 1 restore and 1 torch. We have a glimmer that kind of does the job of torch, but much better. And I think I will upgrade with quick. Units have 2 upgrade slots, so we're taking 1 up here by making this quick. I hope to use the other on plus attack. And then I also hope to hit it with Channel Song for more plus attack. And now we get to upgrade the champion. Make it attack even more times, so 3 times 6. Or give it more base attack, and every time it kills someone, it gets more attack. So I'll take this one. This is a good way to get the guy to scale, although I guess if you're putting him behind a sweep unit with a large amount of attack, he maybe won't get to do that too often. Okay, good. We're finally learning about trials. So in every combat, every non-boss combat, you're offered, like, this is kind of analogous to choosing to path into an elite. You're offered to make the enemy tougher in exchange for better rewards. Here, enemies enter with Spell Shield 2, meaning they're immune to the first 2 damage spells. Who cares? I don't cast damage spells. I mean, I have torches and glimmers and so on, but they don't really do anything. They're just kind of there. So I'll gladly take the yeah, so I'll put the Animus of Will here. I'm actually kind of contemplating... Well, I'm contemplating a few things. The first is, I could maybe, like, put them up near the top. So that the idea being to, like, make a really stacked top floor and then ascend some more guys into it to make it even tougher. Which seems cool. One problem with that plan is that this guy, like, barely attacks, but he has an effect that adds, like, a status card into your deck. So if we don't have anything going on floor 1, we're going to be kind of loaded down by a bunch of other stuff. But honestly, I don't know, that's fine. The bigger concern, I think, is that I would kind of like to not play this unit so that I can maybe hit it with Channel Song, but I think that's pretty weedy. Let's just stack up the top floor here. Oh, this doesn't matter. And try to overload this top floor if possible. And I'll just deal with the status cards in my deck. Okay, perfect. I was very happy. I was hoping to draw this guy, my best draw. Because it exactly fills the space and provides a tank. Well, Torch, they make these like loot goblins, which if you kill them, you gain some health. But I don't have a way to deal sufficient damage to him anyway. A Torch doesn't do 3. So I guess I just won't. And I'll upgrade my champion with extra attack? No, I'll upgrade this guy. It's hard to say, because like, if he attacks for 27, it'll be tough for my champion to get any kills, but whatever. And I guess I might as well play this to stop my Pyre from taking damage. Setting up a Train Steward doesn't really do anything anyway. Yeah, so you basically get a turn to kill those guys. If you do, you get some gold, otherwise they disappear. Okay, so we're gonna put the Husk Hermit here with the goal of later ascending it. And we'll get rid of this. And might as well get a Train Steward out of the way. I should have put him in front. God, I keep forgetting the Husk Hermit, when you ascend it, it'll go to the back, so it won't be a tank, but whatever. It's still a pretty good attacker. Nice work. I wasn't sure we had enough damage to clear these guys before they got the Spire, or the Pyre, but it doesn't really matter. Our health is plenty high. If we have to take a little damage, it's not a big deal. Alright, so here was the plan here. We'll ascend this guy. And so now we're up at like 9 out of 6, which is nice. I guess I'll heal in here. And the champion continues to get kills, stacking up extra damage. That's kind of like our little miniature engine. Yeah, we should be fine here. Let's get this out of the way, upgrade. Ah, right, this isn't, I was thinking this is the thing that enhances a unit you already have, but it's not. It draws you a better unit, yeah. So that has consume, so it's like exhaust, right? It's gone for the rest of combat. And we now have a 25-8, 25-28, which I'll put here. And I should be drawing an Ascend soon? Nope, I don't know, we'll see. I guess I'll get rid of 1 stack of Spell Shield on this guy, see if I could maybe somehow clear it out next turn. Yes, that champion's getting pretty big. Alright, there's the Ascend we were looking for. Heal up. I guess this Husk Hermit's the one who's taken damage. And throw a torch at the boss, I guess? It doesn't really matter who I torch, because I'm never going to do enough damage with it, but... Yeah, we're easily clearing this fight with no damage. Even though I'm basically not able to play any cards. And we'll just heal up over here. It doesn't really matter what I play, everybody's dead. Yeah, good work, team. Oh, I can make faster. Go faster. Hey, the champion even got the kill, not that it matters. Alright, we got a bunch of coins. Yeah, instead of getting 50, we got 200. So that was a big trial. And it didn't cost us any health. And we get our 2 cards as usual. Another Ascend? I honestly could not draw enough of these. A Hornbreak is kind of like, it could be a thing. It ignores armor. But nah. I don't have any relics that synergize with them, right? Yeah. Give me more Ascends. And, they buffed Sting. So it used to be the exact same card, but it didn't say draw more cards each turn. So it was kind of like a Shiv, or what's the card that you can actually add to your deck that does that? Flash of Steel, maybe? I think that one draws you though, so I don't remember. So it's kind of nice. It costs no energy, but it costs you a draw. And if you put too many of these in your deck, you kind of like don't ever get to play any cards. So they fixed that by making it draw for you, but not this turn. So that's kind of cute. Wow, they buffed this twice. It used to be 10 health, deal double the damage. And I saw recently on a YouTube episode of someone else's that they had made it deal 4 times. Apparently now it does 5 times. But we don't really... Our units don't take that much damage. You know, the Husk Hermit's the only one with a big source of health. So, I don't know how graced this really is. I don't have anything that synergizes with, like, playing many cards, so Sting's not that amazing. Yeah, I think I'll just skip. None of those cards really add anything to the deck. We can get an artifact, upgrade a spell, and some gold. Or we can get health, duplicate a card, and an event. Well, I like artifacts. But I want to look at the upgrades first, in case seeing what I have available makes me change what upgrade I choose, or what artifact I choose. Upgrade a spell to cost -1. I don't really care too much about that. 10 magic power is pretty good on Glimmer, right? Because it's AoE. Double stack, it doesn't really matter. It makes like status effects twice as effective on a spell. So we could probably take this, put this on Glimmer. It would be an improvement for sure. And it's very cheap. How do I leave? Here we go. 50% chance to remove all buff effects on an enemy when it enters your train. That's pretty cool. Enemies can have some pretty powerful buffs. I guess the main one is like Rage, right? I guess, yeah. I mean, this is fine too. But right now, I'm not like... Yeah, okay, this is good, I guess. Sure, I'll just take this. It's nice and simple. Your gold is worth more. And now, like, removing cards from our deck is cheaper. So we'll make this Glimmer better. And now it's, like, actually a pretty useful card, whereas until quite recently it was basically nothing. Is there anything that I would particularly like to give extra... to make cheaper? Steel Enhancer is one card that we like pretty much always play when we draw it. So let's go ahead and do that. Oh, actually I could double stack that, but these aren't buffs, right? They're not status effect cards, they're stat improvements. Okay, so yeah. Oh, right, this is consume, but this thing isn't. So making it cost 0 is like fine. But honestly, energy just hasn't been a big issue for us. Let's just work on more impactful improvements. Permafrost is basically like retain. You get to keep the card when you draw it. Yeah, let's just make the Glimmer even bigger. It's fine. It's not like amazing, but it's pretty impactful now when we get to play that card. Upgrade a spell to cost 1 less. Again, doesn't really matter. I'd rather just remove some torches. Or Train Stewards. God, what junk. Yeah, they're especially bad now that we have Channel Song. Because they get in the way of Channel Song hitting something actually good. You can remove cards as many times as you like at a merchant in this game, unlike Slay the Spire. But like Slay the Spire, it gets more expensive each time you do it. So that's one reason that like taking the merchant upgrade was good, is because there's always something to spend money on. At the start of battle, enemy units appear on each floor. I don't care. Let's kill them. The enemy units that appear often have like Rage 5, is that correct? So that would be a good... Oh, we didn't take the thing that removes enemy buffs. That's not relevant. Ah, these guys have stealth. Yeah, alright. So these units, when they die, they give their allies extra health, or extra attack, so that's, you know, lovely for them, I'm sure. These guys, the first turn they're on the floor, you can't attack them. Even Sweep doesn't attack them. Spells do, but your units won't. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put this on the top floor. And my champion here as well. Once again, I would have been happier to draw like a big unit. My Husk or whatever it's called. Can you actually ascend units? Oh, interesting. You can ascend enemies into the Pyre Chamber, but you can't ascend your own guys. Sure, well, whatever. I don't want to do that, obviously. And so all these, like, super weak enemies that were added by our trial are just not relevant because we have a multi-strike quick unit to just dispatch them all very easily. Oh, draw me a big ol' unit, please. Alright, it's a steel worker. So we're gonna have basically the same setup we had last combat here. We load up the top floor with all kinds of disgusting juice and just kill enemies that way. Hey, we even got a slay trigger. And, oh, right, they're all being killed by my multi-strike guy, so there's no real reason to do anything up there. I could play my Train Steward on this floor with the goal of ascending him later. But he would only have... I guess it's fine. He'd only have 3 health left, but his health doesn't really matter. Yeah, hopefully we don't bottom deck the ascend. Just having some extra attack up here would, you know, be... You know, we're trying to build one really difficult floor that has a bunch of health and a bunch of attack, so that it's really trivial to kill anything that arrives. Oh, we did bottom deck the ascend. It doesn't matter though, I can just kill this guy off. Buff my... I guess the guy with multi-strike too, huh? And, heal up... this guy? Sure. He's gonna be tanking a lot for everyone, so... You want him to be healthy. Alright, there's my ascend. And... I should upgrade this dude again. And probably heal up the front guy again. Okay, and does this guy have a bunch of stealth or something? No, but he has multi-strike 4, so he attacks for like basically 16. Yeah, this floor is taking care of itself just fine, so... Everyone up here is at max health, right? Except this Train Steward and back, and who cares about him? So I'll just throw a couple torches at the boss. We haven't seen any rage yet, which is surprising to me, because my first run that I played in the demo, just every card seemed to give stuff more rage. I guess I'll heal this guy. I could ascend him to get him up here immediately, but there seems to be little point in that. Maybe I could draw some buffs. I don't know. I guess he's like obviously dead, so I might as well just hurry things along. Buff this again. Glimmer, torch. There's the torch. And the combat will take a little while, but not forever, because our champion does attack for 82. I think there's a setting to make the combat even faster than this, but it doesn't seem to be available in combat. Oh, they did manage to kill the tank in front. Very good. We got our trial coins, and we got our packs. Okay, so these all kind of suck. Branding right's okay. It's a way to... Oh, and they buffed it even. It used to be like armor 12, I think. It's a way to kind of make use of healing even when an enemy unit is at full health. Right, you deal some damage to it that ignores armor, so it's lost health. And then you give it 20 health, and if you can like heal up that 5, it's kind of like 20 health for free. It's like kind of meh. But it works with cards that have armor synergy, like say Battering Ram. You can also use it as removal. If enemies have some armor, you can just reach through it and kill them. So like it would be fine. But I don't know. Nothing's that amazing here. We don't have any spells that consume that I care that much about. Like, yeah, it'd be nice to have another channel song, but not so nice that I want to put this imp in my deck. Imps are fine, like they tank a hit and then die, and they also have some useful effect. But this guy's effect is not really anything I need right now. Yeah, so do I want the branding right? Not really. It would be fine, but we don't have any unit that cares that much about it. I'll just take the gold. So this descends a unit and gives it more health. I don't really yet have any compelling reasons for this. You could like, you know, use it to set up your big floor on the first floor instead of the third or whatever, but oh, that's right. And Sting is like kind of cute. But like apply quick is pretty good for our champion. I think I'll take that. Alright, what do we have? Coins, health, and a unit upgrade? Or removal, an event, and a spell upgrade? I still have a lot of awful cards in the deck. I'm happy to go remove them. I'd like to upgrade my units, but it's not that big a deal. Well, this doesn't really hit it. I don't have any spells that I can usefully upgrade, do I? Again, I'm being offered the chance to hit my channel song or my steel enhancer. Doesn't really matter. Might I want to permafrost something? It might be useful to permafrost a channel song, actually, or an ascend. Yeah, because you could draw an ascend and guarantee you'll have it. You could maybe be a little bit more bold in setting up these big gross floors. Or, you know, wait for the channel song to when it's going to actually hit the unit you want it to hit. Would be kind of cute. Right, like kind of deploy everything else but save the Animus of Will. And then, once that's the only unit left in the deck, you play channel song and guaranteed hit it. So those both, like, could be a thing. It feels a little silly to upgrade with Permafrost. The card will only play once. And also where, like, you don't really want to delay playing it because it gives you such a powerful effect. How many units are in the deck? This guy, this guy, this guy, and my one train steward. You know, whatever channel song hits is fine with me. I just honestly need some more units. Yeah, let's just reroll. Yeah, none of this does anything. Well, that's what I get for picking spell upgrade, I guess. Alright, get rid of torches. And I think get rid of the last train steward. That way I'm like guaranteed to hit something important with my channel song. Alright, so we get to pick a bonus here. So he's chronicling this tale of Armageddon, and you get to say, I want a card that you only get to play once in a run, but it like gives you 50x gold, where x is how much energy you can spend on it. Or a card that makes your pyre stronger, so if enemies get past all your units, based on how much gold you have. Or just a card that like does a little damage to enemy units, and if you get a kill, so this is like Hand of Greed, but worse. And I usually am kind of a fan of Petty Theft, just because, oh, how many, oh nice, they show you the map in like this view, that's cool. We're not going to get to play it that many times though, honestly, right? Yeah. So, I think I'll actually take the Gift of Gratitude here, just to get a big chunk of gold once. Now, I mean, okay, that would have been an interesting card to upgrade or something, maybe, if we had taken the one that does... that gets 50 gold when it kills a unit, but whatever. So this is the second boss of the game. There's 3 acts, just like Slay the Spire, and this is the boss of Act 2. They add junk cards to your hand, to your deck, I mean. And I think it has a fair amount of multi-strike. Also, it summons these, like, these extra tanks. Yeah. It's kind of tempting to just get this out of here, but I think I can wait. I should, at some point in this combat, become established enough that I can just spend a whole turn playing this. So let's just save some health. Okay, well, I'll put the Animus of Will in here behind the Husk Hermit. And just get rid of more junk. I would be perfectly happy to take some damage instead of clearing out a junk card if there was something useful to do with the energy, but so far there hasn't been. This is a pretty good Glimmer. Because it kills this guy who keeps adding junk to the deck, and it also happens to hit the boss, which is nice. I think... which one of these should I ascend? I think I'll ascend the Husk Hermit just so it's, like, not going to be so far in the back. The problem is if I do that... Oh, by the way, I'm going to get my champion quick. So we're going to take a chunk of damage this turn. No big deal. If I do that, I risk losing the Animus next turn. Oh no, there's not going to be any attackers. Alright. So Husk Hermit first. You know, maybe I won't ever have a turn where I'm willing to spend 3 energy on gaining gold. Because I've got all this junk weighing my hand down. Oh, I forgot! I've played all my units already. Very funny. Well, okay. Let's upgrade the champion. No, upgrade the Animus of Will. Get rid of a Weight of Contrition. And I think just throw away the Channel Song. Get it out of the deck. It's more important to do 2 extra damage to a boss with 1200 health. love to draw an Ascend here. So this guy doesn't get killed. Alright, we got one. And I think we'll just spend the rest of our turns healing, basically. Healing the Pyre by playing these junction cards. Basically the rest of combat is what I'm going to spend doing this stuff. Yeah, get out of here. Heal up. Well, honestly, nobody's been damaged. Well, okay. This guy in the back took 1 damage. Oh, so did you. Oh, doesn't really matter either way. And, I guess we hit the boss, huh? Glimmer? Be nice to kill this guy. No glimmer. Oh my god. That's what happens if you don't play these, I guess, is you draw them over and over, so they're particularly bad to keep. Okay, that's cute. So we're taking some damage. We still got plenty of health. Oh, I didn't realize we're not even killing this guy, huh? So we're gonna take a bit more damage. Alright, the boss is finally coming in. Yeah, multi-strike 1, so it only attacks for 20, no big deal. And I think nobody really needs a heal, right? So, well, the guy in the back does. Whatever. I'll just, there you go, 2 extra damage, take that. Okay, I will gladly take 3 damage in exchange for... Oh, it says 30. I thought it was 50 for some reason. Whatever. I'll take 1 damage for 30 gold. Or 3 damage for 30 gold. And now you should get murdered, right? Oh my god, not quite. We're not there. Oof. I wish we could have this Husk Hermit up further in front. Oh! What happens? What happens if you try to ascend a unit who's already on the top floor? I can't now, obviously, but what if I had, like, said, ascend my champion? Would it have failed the go upstairs part of the task, but succeeded at the going back part? Because that would have been really nice. Anyway, you attack for 20, so... We have 55 health. Even if we gained 2 regen, that would only be 58, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, so Torch is the only card that does anything. And even that also doesn't do anything. Yeah, if we can get the champion in back, or the Husk Hermit in front, that would have made a huge difference. Obviously, we're still in, like, oh my goodness. They're like... Okay, so you can actually speed things up further. But not by using the right click button for some reason. Okay, so you get up there, and you're doing a fair chunk of damage. Yeah, so we took more damage than I actually intended to that fight. We got a rare pack, and we got a major upgrade. Double armor on a unit. And it's consume and costs 3. It's sort of tempting for my steel worker. But he doesn't actually get that much armor. And 3 energy? Really? I mean, it's pretty gross if you can apply it like 2 or 3 times over the course of a battle, of course. But only if he's actually in front. And the other stuff doesn't really do anything, so it's just a question of, do I want this? That's so expensive. Like, so you can play it... How many cards in the deck? 20... No, wait. 21. So if you can play it several times through the course of the combat, it might do something. But if you draw it too soon, it like kind of does nothing the first time. I think I'm just gonna skip it. And actually, it occurs to me that this, like, since I have all these ascends, taking the capacity upgrade was kind of awful. I just want to cycle more quickly, I think. Yeah. Right, I'm cheating the capacity limits anyway. Why would I bother upgrading them? So we get 2 more floors before the final boss. What can we do? Coins, artifacts, and health. Or remove 2 more cards, upgrade spells, and a random event. I don't really need to upgrade my spells, to be honest. I don't know, it would be nice to remove some more torches and restores. But I'm more excited about buying artifacts, honestly. And I won't lie, I took enough damage that I'm kind of excited to get some health. These suck. Enemies get -1 attack is kind of something. But I'd rather just reroll. These also suck? I don't have any expensive spells, so this like doesn't do anything. Gain 7 energy on the first turn of battle? I just don't draw enough that that's important. Units cost 2 less would be great if I'd taken that, like, Demon Fiend or whatever. Okay, well, this shop was a bust. I'm basically just, like, paying to upgrade 2 cards instead of getting to do it for free. Remove a torch and a restore, basically. There is another shop out here, right? An artifact shop? Yeah, maybe I'll hang on to some gold and try to buy something good there. And we get another champion upgrade. More multi-strike or more slay? I think we want more multi-strike. Because right now, you can either gain like effectively 30, or I guess this gains effectively 40 every time you kill, right? Yeah, it's 72 base plus 40 per kill. And this is kind of 54 base with 20 per kill. When I describe it that way, this seems like a huge winner. Now, some of the damage will be wasted against if you have like a large number of small units, but that's okay. We do fine against large numbers of small units with all of our multi-strike and quick. Non-boss enemy units restore all health when they move up a floor. That's fine with me. I do a lot of damage, so... So we'll take the 300 gold. Which, by the way, that is so much. I'm almost tempted to not play my champion on the first go through the deck, so that I can play him here and then ascend him to the back of everything else. It feels a little bit bad because he'll be missing out on slay bonuses for a few turns. And we might take some pyre damage for letting enemies in, like if we can't kill them quickly enough. But I think that should be okay. I just want to make sure this guy's in the back because that last fight was a reminder that, you know, positioning is pretty important. It's a weird play, but I'll try it. And the thing is, like, I won't draw him until at least turn 3, and more likely turn 4 or 5. But I think that's fine. So we put the Animus of Will behind this guy. And a torch won't kill this dude, so it's like... I could put 2 stacks of regen, but that actually doesn't even do anything. So we'll just torch this guy on the bottom. not sure actually. We seem to be unable to kill it with spells. Oh, also Channel Song can hit our champion this way. I didn't even think of that. That's so good. All right, I don't think it matters that much who we torch. In principle, one of them is better than the other, but I don't know which. So let's just hit this guy.
Bye.
Oh yeah, Channel Song hitting our hero is so gross. 'Cause it's like guaranteed now, right? Oh, blah. That's so gross. I want to throw up. All right, so we're gonna take a little damage here from that self-mutilation, but after that it should be good. We're gonna put this out and ascend it. Oh, I'm so dumb! I was supposed to play the hero first. Oh. The point of that was to make sure that, well, I don't know, was that dumb? Maybe it's fine. Yeah, because he should be able to hold his own here for a little while. And I'll ascend him next turn? Yeah, next turn. He'll take 11 damage, but that's fine. He doesn't even get a kill, how sad. Okay, definitely taking more damage than I hoped to this fight also. Yikes. Okay, so we ascend you. Everyone here is dying, and we're only taking 6 damage, so I don't think it's that important to prioritize quick. I think my champion's getting this kill anyway. Yeah, so just stop taking damage. Now that we're set up on the top floor finally. Let's get rid of these. Oh. This guy's actually gonna make it out of here, huh? Oh, and it healed the full health when it went up there. Whoops. I was like, alright, but the Spire will kill it pretty quickly. Nope. I guess we Glimmer here and take care of the self-mutilation. Alright, but no more damage, right? Our champion has so much damage now, right? Right? We'll make him... Well, we'll upgrade this guy, I guess. Actually, this guy is not behind my tank. So I think I'll actually upgrade the champion, even though the damage is slightly less. It'll apply over many more turns. And heal the front guy? It's the only thing I can do that does anything, right? I could heal the champion, but he's actually full health, so never mind. What does this guy even do? Oh, when damaged, gain health? Well, let's not damage him then, huh? And again, I don't know. I guess it doesn't matter, we're killing him, so let's just pass. Okay, my health is pretty critical here. I really need this engine to work a little bit more quickly next time. Oh, I can go faster, right. Yeah, 69 damage. Whoops. Maybe not the best trial I've ever activated. I mean, this is great. In particular, we have Rage does not decay. Normally, it's like, you know, plus 6 damage, minus 2 per turn. But now it's just like plus 6 damage. Which for 0 energy on multi-strike units is pretty gross. really see this doing much for me. I guess like if you could spend a whole turn on it, you could like descend your champion and then ascend it on the same turn, maybe, to get it all the way to the back, and you could use that to manipulate order. It seems kind of like a pipe dream. I'd rather like play cards that do something. Restore 30 health is fine, but we so rarely get this guy actually in the front that I'm just gonna... Well, okay. Do I want some stings? It costs you some draw on this turn, but you get some damage, and then next turn you get some draw. It's like kind of meh. I'll take it, I guess. It seems like it's a net positive in draw over the course of a combat, and it is net neutral in energy and net positive in damage, so it seems goodish, right? Or we can buy an artifact and remove a card. Why are there only... There's only 2 things on this side? Is that for real? We can't go to the concealed caverns for some reason. Have we? I don't know why. So we've already been to one? Weird. Or you go over here, get some health, duplicate a card, and get some gold, which we can't spend anywhere. Do I have any cards that I really want to remove? Or duplicate, I mean? Not really. So I think I'll head to the shop and buy some artifacts that are like, you win the game. That would be nice. I have so much gold, I should buy at least 1 or 2 of these and then re-roll and buy some more. Apply dazed when they enter the pyre room is kind of cute. That like means they don't do anything for a turn. That could help us. You know, I'm so low on health, I should be buying pyre upgrades. Because like, the early stages of the battle were when we had trouble keeping enemies from ascending. Before we got like everything set up on the top floor. So let's grab both of these. 3 health is not really that much, so I'll just re-roll here. And I guess we take the Cursed Vines, swap the front and back enemy units. So like, they'll often try to put a big tank in front and something weak in back, and so this is a way to neutralize that. Well, okay, before I pay to remove a card, let's go remove 2 for free. I don't think we're gonna win this run. It just, like, didn't really work out. Didn't get enough kind of scaling damage in time. The idea of ascending everything to 1 floor is cool, but it goes in kind of the wrong order. What else am I removing? A restore, right. I might have enough ascends, honestly. Like, now that I look at it, I'm only playing ascend, like, twice per combat, maybe? Max? Yeah, that's kind of silly. Alright, final boss time. Here we go. Half of buff and debuff effect stacks. Joke's on you, I don't have any. But it does start with like a ton of health. Yeah, 2300 is kind of a lot. I think I should, again, go for the idea of, like, having my champion played last so that I can channel song it. I can't even guarantee that I do that because I didn't give channel song permafrost. Like, we're definitely doing this. This is the one thing I can say for sure is happening this turn. And And if I wanted to, I could play this guy and give him Rage 3. Which would be... he'd be like a 48 times 2 damage. It's not quite enough to start getting kills. So I think I'll wait on this, but it could easily go wrong. I don't know, I feel like we need to get lucky here, in a way. Yeah, let me put in... Oh, I can't put in the Animus of Will yet, because I want to put in the Husk Hermit in front. Yes, it has more health than the armored guy, so I want it in the front. I could put the Animus of Will here and plan to ascend it twice, because these are the units it can actually kill. That seems a little questionable. I'd rather have these guys available for my champion to gain Slay off of. So I think I will also not play the Animus of Will, and now it's starting to look very questionable indeed, but you know, what can I say? I live on the edge. I will actually put a Glimmer here, even though it kills these Slay triggers that I hope to have. Because I don't want my Husk Hermit taking too much damage. Obviously I'd like him taking none, but that doesn't seem realistic. Okay, so we get to do several things here. First we play the Channel Song. I don't know if this is going to hit the champion or the Animus of Will. Either would be fine with me. Alright, got my champion. So we play him here. And we ascend him. Now, who's getting these kills? If I give the champion quick, I guess either way he only gets this kill, right? This 10 damage goes off. Yeah. Oh, I'm out of energy? I thought I had more for some reason. Okay, well I should have put the quick on him. That was obviously a blunder. I'll take these stings just to, wow, yeah. Not trying the quick is pretty silly. I'll let these guys come up and attack me, I guess. Hopefully I draw the quick next turn, in which case it won't have made a difference, my silly play. And I am drawing a lot of cards this turn. Alright. So it did work. You get quick. And even just one sting in here. Now we're not taking damage, and this guy's getting maximum slay. I could play more of these to get more damage on the boss, but I would get fewer slay triggers. So I think instead, I'll play the Animus of Will here and ascend it. And I guess I'll sting to take this guy out so that my champion can kill this before it does any damage. Alright, this actually seems to be working out pretty well, actually. We might make it out of here alive. Give the Animus of Will the extra rage. And the Steel Enhancer. We're doing 122, huh? So these two stings are likely to deal 10 damage, which means our champion could kill both of these next turn, so I don't want to Glimmer either of them. I'll Glimmer up here, I guess, which means my champion can't kill this guy, but he does kill this guy instead. Or still kills this guy. And in the meantime, I also gain a bit of health. And a sting... Here is the only place that does anything. Oh, and let's restore some more health on the front line. Alright, champion, what are you up to? Kill this guy, kill this guy. The Animus of Will kills this, and then we get a bit of damage on there. That's fine. I don't know, it hardly seems to matter anymore. What I do with these stings, basically, is the only choice I have left. Let's just keep giving this guy more regen, so that hopefully he's got a bit more staying power in the final boss battle eventually. Okay, so what's happening here? Champion kills this guy, then kills this guy. Animus of Will kills these two. That's fine with me. Let's Steel Enhance the Animus of Will again. And I might want to kill this Light Wings. I'm not sure. Because if I don't, my champion can only kill these two. And then this guy will be left to be dealt with by my other units. And I don't think they do 115, do they? No. Yeah, so let's kill this off. And now that's someplace to spend my remaining stings for more draw. And I guess I'll Glimmer here to get some damage on the boss? Sure. Oh! You know something that didn't occur to me? I can ascend the enemy units now, if I want. Should I? Right now, Champion's killing these two. Animus of Will is killing these two and has an attack left over. So I could ascend this, and it would be killed. But I'd rather let it stay there so my champion gets more kills. Alright, here comes the boss. Very lovely. So I think we want to be killing these units down here, because the extra slay is probably not as important as getting an extra attack on the big old boss. Right, like, I can choose between 10 slay or like 200, 300 damage or something like that. I'll take the 300 damage, thanks. 20 slay, I guess, whatever. So I want these units out of the way. And some extra damage on the boss won't hurt. Is there any way... I'm trying to think if I could, like, get one of these guys ascended more quickly and gain the slay from him while still getting to attack past him at the boss after that. I don't think it matters, actually. You only attack for 40, and you only have 2,300 health. 40, it's going to take you, like, 3 or 4 turns to get to my champion. In which time, well, actually, we've only done, like... well, we're going to be doing, like, 600 damage per turn. It's actually going to be a bit close, I think. I think we're going to get out of here okay. Yeah, I don't see a way that I can... get the kills on both of these guys. Am I drawing another ascend next turn? I'm not. I was kind of thinking about ascending this twice and just letting it into the pyre room. Would that be reasonable? How many turns would it take us to kill you? 35... 3 turns, assuming we get in even a tiny bit of chip damage. 3 turns would do it. And we'll get a sting. Well, no, sting won't hit you till we in the back. Yeah, so I think this double ascend would be a pretty questionable plan. I guess we could double ascend you now to here. And then you would take 36 plus 34s, you would take 70 damage. We could let you into the pyre room then. And that effectively deals like 300 damage to the boss, because my champion has to spend one fewer turn carving through other dudes. But we get 20 less slay for it. So, how many times are we going to be attacking? Well, at least 8, right? So, I think it's right. I'm not actually certain, but it doesn't seem egregiously wrong. Oh, you know, we could send this one instead, now that I look at it. Would that make a difference? It has a bit less health, and we said we were doing how much damage? 36 and 34 is 70. Yeah, so you get fewer attacks off on the Spire. You'd be at 28. Yeah, that seems good. Okay. Oh, it's dazed! Very cute. I forgot about that. Okay, so we got to remove that unit basically for free. I think this is going alright. Yeah, we got him. Alright. Let's just do a little victory lap here. Yeah, so the champion is unloading with 604 every turn, and he's kind of our main damage source here. Okay. I don't know how it counts the turns for boss rush. What does one turn boss rush mean when we kill them on the third turn? Kind of weird to have done that entire run with just 4 units. I would have liked to get some better ones, or some more, and send them in there as well. But I just never seemed to get any somehow. Who needs them, right? We won. How many of these were flawless, by the way? Not very many. Yes, we unlocked Covenant, which is basically Ascension. You know, you can make stuff more difficult. And we're unlocking more cards. Yes, hell yeah is what you're supposed to say when you click on these upgrades. I like that. It makes me laugh. Uh-huh. Yep, hell yeah. We get stuff, whatever. When we get it during a run, we'll know about it. Oh, maybe that's why I didn't get so much rage. Is we hadn't unlocked the cards that give it to you, maybe? Oh, I see. It tells you, like, how to unlock the remaining factions. So red and green are the only 2 things that start out unlocked. They're kind of the simplest, I think, is supposed to be the idea. And so now this is how you unlock the others. Oh my god, this is going to take forever. Kill 1,300 units? Come on, I killed everything. And a whole run was only 111. I have to play 10 games to unlock these guys? What a pain. You know, and these guys too, I guess. Whereas playing spells, I guess you start with a lot of spells, so I got to play those. Okay, whatever. Looks like Covenant goes up to 25. Cool. Cool. Yeah, how do I get out of this screen? Oh, I see. What is all this? These are... Okay, this is like all the cards that you have. I see, and you can see, like... Where is the rarity indicated on cards? How do I know what's a rare card? They look the same to me? Oh my god, are you kidding me? This little gem? Come on, make it bigger. I don't see that well. Ugh. I can't even tell the difference between these. Common looks whitish, uncommon and rare both look blackish. Great. Whatever. I'm never going to be able to see those during a game. So yeah, we got some of those upgrades. We got some artifacts. Okay. Okay, and here's our, like, I don't know. Who cares about a leaderboard? And you can... What? I don't know. What? Why are you telling me about my record amount of healing? That was so lame. Yeah, did we have any flawless battles, by the way? No? Wait, the boss battle was flawless, and it doesn't tell you anymore. Okay, so in the demo, it would say, like, oh, flawless if you finish something with taking no damage. And actually, our first 5 were all flawless until we got to here. And then we started taking, like, 60 damage per fight. Alright, okay, cool. So, we're not going to start a new run this video, obviously. Just wanted you guys to see, like, all of... Why are these flashing? Oh, it's telling me how to do the next run. Yeah, okay. Anyway, we'll get to that next run. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.